up, everyone? I am back, and last night, as soon as I got inside, I noticed I got a cold sore on my lip, and I know why. It was because of the news yesterday, and it sucked. Hold on, let me fix this a little bit. Of course, the news sucked, and I told my son after I woke up today at his practice, I was like, yeah, I was gonna ask the school to retire the number 24, even though, like I said, he wasn't not my favorite player, but he's like, no, I want to wear number 24, because my oldest son wore number 24, and that's what he really wanted to wear to begin with. But he got 30, and then he's like, never mind, I'll stick with 30. That was Terrell Davis's number. And I go, he's a football player. Because, most people will probably think it's probably because of Curry, and it isn't. It's not at all. Even though he likes his shooting form, but he likes Kyrie's handles. He likes Kyrie more than I think that's his favorite player. He hasn't really said it that was his favorite player, but he just said he really liked his handles. So that's probably my assumption. I didn't get a whole bunch of sleep today, but I had to stay in town for a little bit. So while I was in town, of course I was at work, and I just went through and scanned a bunch of things to see if I could make some money off of any clearance items, and a lot of them that I would love to make money off of, I'm still gated for. So the problem is if I wanted to buy it from a wholesaler to get ungated, that's doable. I can do that right away. The problem is I will lose money because of the amount that it's actually selling for on Amazon. So it's kind of like I'm just paying. Well, I'd probably say I'd probably lose $50, if not a little more, on every order that I make for every brand that I want to get ungated for. So it's not like too bad, and I still got sales velocity going through, and that's really important. But I still need to find some sort of deal that at least lets me break even, so that way I could still get ungated and then just buy a whole bunch of the items that are still available, and also that process for me, from what I've noticed and what I've heard from, it can take up to 3 weeks to get the orders through, and that kind of sucks because by the time I get them in, I'd have to send them in, so that's another 2 weeks, and once they receive them, then I get the invoice and then I send them in. Well, no, I would send them in anyways, but I send the invoice, and that takes generally, I would say, 24 hours to get a response, and most of the time it's just an auto response. But anyways, if I get that done, then I'm golden, but it still takes a long time to get it all done. But I need to find the deal first. I get the emails, and they're like, oh, we're selling this and this and this. But most of the time it's like a hit or miss, and it's mostly miss because the amounts that they're trying to sell things for, I don't get it. I've gotten maybe 2 deals off a wholesale so far, and it's really just kind of a setback because I need to find another wholesaler. I need to find more so I can take a look at all inventories to make my selection. So it's a little bit more educated, and there's more numbers behind it, and I can actually see some type of profit. So like, if I spent like $5 to $10, if I spent $5, I would at least want to make at least $1 or $2 back. At least $1, at least. Because anything less than that is, it's kind of, I'm spending more than I'm actually getting back, and then it really depends on how fast the item sells. So, you know, and I mean, I've already bought 2 things online in the past couple days, you know, 2 different SKUs, and I'm not able to buy a whole bunch of them, so I haven't been able to spend all my money yet. I think I'll have about, let's see, like $600 left. Yeah, I've spent some of it already, waiting for, you know, a whole bunch of items, because the items that I already have, they're kind of small, and once I can fit them in, you know, 1 to 2 boxes, and I'm boom, send them out. But just finding the deal. It's all about patience for me. I have a lot of I have a lot of self-awareness, and I told my son today, is like, I can read people, and he thought I meant I can read their minds, but I'm like, no. I mean, I can read people. And then, you know, I explained it to him, and he still doesn't really believe me, but at least he understands the concept. That really helps too, because like, if he ever lets me, because I really would love to just sit there and, you know, and teach him about basketball. But ever since he was a baby, no joke, like, taught himself everything. He didn't want no help feeding himself. He didn't want no help teaching him his ABCs or 1, 2, 3s, or you know, math or anything else. Like, everything he wanted to learn by himself, which is okay. I get it. You want to have that. You have the confidence to fail, but you don't fail at the confidence, which is good. But you know, that's got to translate to everything that you do. And there's like 1 or 2 things that I know that he needs help with. Most of that is just, you know, basics and concepts and stuff like that. So yeah, not much to talk about. Still kind of saddened about yesterday. My coworker, he was a big Kobe fan, and he didn't cry or anything, but he got a little emotional, of course. And he's like, dog, you know, if that was like, it's like Dennis Rodman or something, or someone else like you didn't like really know, or, you know, but Kobe. And I was like, yeah, I know, but it can happen to anyone, and hopefully that wakes a lot of people up, you know, and realize this is real life. You make your bed and you sleep in it. You make your life what it is. So, you know, you have this opportunity. Take advantage of it. If you need to learn, you have Google. You have YouTube. I mean, you can learn off TikTok. I mean, there's a lot of places to learn things. But you got to have to do them in order to achieve the things that you want to. So, anyways, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. Have a great night.